Hello, ViaQuest team members. Welcome to another installment in our series, Creating a Healthier Life. Today's topic is improving our social wellness. My name is Kim Weitzman, QA and training manager in the northern regions for VPBS and also in the central region currently. I only have 10 minutes to bring you this topic, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right in by starting with what social wellness is, what that dimension comprises. So having social wellness means that you're having healthy relationships with friends, with family, those in your community. And beyond that, you're also having an interest in and concern for the needs of others and just humankind in general. Now you might think, of course, I have, concern and an interest in humankind. I work in this helping profession, but I just want to start right there by saying, if you notice that you are no longer having empathy for your clients, if you are no longer caring about your clients, that is a huge red flag working in this industry that we work in, that you may be experiencing perhaps burnout, or there may be something even larger than burnout going on. You might be experiencing symptoms of depression or some other kind of mental health issue. So at this point, I just wanted to start by reminding you that ViaQuest does provide an employee assistance program to our employees. And if you feel as though you yourself need counseling or some other kind of mental health assistance, please go to myviaquestinc.com. And from there, you will click on My Benefits. You'll click on View and Enroll in Benefits. If you scroll down a little bit, on the left-hand side of your screen, you'll find provider websites, and listed right there is our employee assistance program through a partner called ComPsych Guidance Resources. So that is where you would go as a first step if you yourself feel that you need some mental health assistance yourself. Sometimes those of us working in this field don't think that we need mental health help ourselves, but we are just like any other human being walking the face of this planet. We get burnt out, we get stressed out, things are happening in our lives, and please do not be afraid to reach out for help. Again, it's my.viaquestinc.com is where you would go to get the links for our employee assistance program for mental health resources. Okay, so I just wanted to start with that because if you are experiencing feelings of disconnectedness from your coworkers, if you do not want to spend time with your coworkers, if you find that you're avoiding your family, your friends, those social things that you used to do, it might be a sign of something larger going on. But what could we do to improve our social wellness? So perhaps things do not get to that point where we are feeling burnt out or where we are actually experiencing mental health diagnosis. I think there is some prevention that we can do when it comes to keeping up with our social wellness. It's going to take some planning, though, especially now in the days of COVID. We cannot just drop by at people's houses anymore. We often have to make arrangements ahead of time, especially during the pandemic. People might be in quarantine, people may be sick. Unexpected visitors aren't always as welcome as they used to be in the past. So that's my first suggestion. If you find that you are not feeling as connected socially to friends and family, is to make a plan. Put it in your calendar, put reminders in your calendar on your phone. Set yourself notifications. I'm going to call my friend Leslie every Friday at 4:30, for example, or maybe I'm going to set a date night with my significant other every other Saturday or something. Planning ahead is just something we're going to have to do because of the COVID-19 situation that we're in. And I know how busy we all are. making sure that we set those notifications ahead of time ensures that we are more likely to make those social connections in our lives on a regular basis. It's more of a preventative approach that we're taking to making sure that we are keeping those connections intact with friends and with family. So there's some other things we can do to make sure that we are not only maintaining our current relationships, but maybe even fostering new ones. Think about, are you getting out and meeting new people? Or maybe you're forming connections online somehow. Yes, we need to foster and nurture our current social relationships, but maybe it's time to form some new ones. I know making friends as an adult isn't always the easiest thing to do, but we may have to step outside of our comfort zone to create some new relationships in our lives. So where could those people come from? They could perhaps be friends of friends. Maybe we're using an app, a social app on our phones to meet new people. New friends can come from many different places. So yes, foster your current relationships, but consider making some new friendships. When was the last time you talked to your neighbor or the person who lives across the street from you? They may be in close proximity to you, but you may not have reached out to them yet, or they may not have reached out to you yet. So there are probably people within walking distance of where you currently live that could perhaps be a source of new social connection for you. Just some other suggestions to think about might be actually volunteering at that place that you've always thought about volunteering at. Maybe you have thought about volunteering at your local animal shelter, or you've always wanted to spend some time volunteering at your local homeless shelter. If you're feeling disconnected, if you're feeling a lack of social connection, now might be the perfect time to actually go through with that thought you've always had, oh, I should volunteer here, or I should spend some time there. Excellent opportunity to form new connections with people in your community and maybe even make some new friends. So also just thinking about making it a priority, just like you may have in the back of your mind, I want to drink X number of glasses of water per day, or I need to increase my servings per day of fruits or vegetables. Working on our social wellness is also something we can make a priority. Put it in your calendar, make it something that is important for you to do on a regular basis by not just thinking about it, but writing it down, picking up the phone, sending that email, making that connection with friends or family to really do keep up with your social wellness as well. And just one more benefit to this technology age that we live in is you might not even have to leave your home to keep up these relationships. Maybe you're Skyping, maybe you're Zooming with that person that you may have met with in person in the past. So with the amount of technology available to us, there are so many options that we have besides just meeting in person to keep our relationships intact, or maybe even to form some new ones. So those are some great tips, I think, to get us started. I think what's important is actually picking up the phone, making those steps, making it a priority, and keeping those relationships going in our lives, as well as forming some new ones. So I appreciate your attention. I hope I gave you some things to think about as we're talking about all these different dimensions of wellness. Remember, they are connected. Our social wellness is just as important as our physical wellness, as our emotional wellness, and as our spiritual wellness. So I appreciate your attention. Thank you. And I will see you at our next Guide to Wellness session. Thank you.